Hey everyone, and welcome to Upcycled Adulting, my YouTube channel where I help you grow to accomplish your goals, overcome obstacles, and create healthy habits. Do not forget to subscribe so that you don't miss a single thing about how to build the life that you've been dreaming of. Today, I'm going to be talking about creating your goal plan. I'm going to give you 3 hacks, and I will 99% guarantee that you are not doing these things. Probably not any of them, to be honest. And these may even be things that you have never heard of before. So make sure that you are ready with a pen and paper and you can jot down some ideas. This is a surefire way to set yourself up for success and accomplishing your goal. Create a plan that will prevent you from feeling overwhelmed or procrastinating. And this is how you're going to get started on your goals right now. Right? You don't need to do a ton of research. You don't need to have the whole thing planned out. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do so you can get started right away because y'all, time's wasted. All right. So the very first hack I'm going to tell you, the very first tip is to think about your goal, write it down at the top of a piece of paper, set a timer, and brainstorm all the pieces you can think about accomplishing that goal. For example, if you want to write a book, you need to write the book, you need to get it edited, and you need to get it published, right? If you want to write the next great American novel, those are the steps, right? So we want to make sure that we know what those steps look like. I want to just be really clear here and letting you know that it's not always going to be 3. A lot of times people like to stick to 3s here. It's not always going to be 3. You may find that there are 2 or 20 big mile markers in your goal process. That's okay. I often say that the more milestones you have, the better, because usually that makes you more mindful of celebrating your progress, which is something that we all forget. So, for example, in the writing the book example, you might say, I'm going to write the first 4 chapters. Then I'm going to write the next 4 chapters. And those would all potentially be milestones because you want to be mindful of your success. And it could take a year, even 2 or 3, to actually finish that book. If your goal, for example, is health, your milestones might look like establishing an exercise routine, creating a healthy meal plan, drinking plenty of water, and getting lots of rest. Now, notice that I didn't list anything to do with the scale, losing weight, measuring yourself, anything like that. Those aren't actually milestones. We can't measure our success related to health by a scale. Scales are just way too fickle and unreliable. Please, nobody do that. Please, nobody do that. Now, I want you to also remember that your milestones might take a different amount of time to accomplish. So it's not you need a milestone for every 3 months, or you have to hit this milestone in 3 months and that milestone in 3 months. It may take you a very small amount of time to accomplish one of your milestones and a longer amount of time to accomplish another. That's okay. We all have various different strengths. It's a lot easier for me to start eating healthy than it is for me to start an exercise routine. We all have different things that really fit easily into our lives and other things that are harder to accomplish. Be patient with yourself. I actually recommend that you don't have timelines at all. I know that this is controversial, and SMART Goal says that they need to be timed and all of that. But what I find is that when people set timelines, they very frequently underestimate the amount of time it takes to accomplish a goal, and they set themselves up for failure. They end up feeling disappointed and frustrated when it's not going the way that they thought. This is especially true if you are a mom, if you're neurodivergent, or if you have a autoimmune condition or some sort of other chronic health issue, or mental health issue, because you just don't know, right? Things are going to come up sometimes, and those things may interfere with your ability to do the goal work at the same intensity as you already have. Maybe you have sick kids at home. Maybe you're having a flare up. Things happen. Being able to navigate those things is part of your real life. Being able to do that and taking the time to do that is what ensures that your goal will stick, that after you accomplish it, you will be able to maintain it. And that matters. All right, tip number 2, and I know you haven't heard this one because no one is talking about this. As you start each milestone on your journey, it's really important to assess within yourself whether you need to spend some time on a mindset adjustment or building a skill that you'll need. in that process. This is really, really important because so many of us jump right into the activity, the actual activity of our goal, that we don't think about what we need to create support for ourselves or set ourselves up for success. Sometimes we need things like an affirmation practice or a gratitude practice. Sometimes we need to enlist support from others, find an accountability partner. Sometimes we need to take a course. Sometimes, if you have a health goal, you might need to take a cooking class or buy some recipe books or learn some recipes, right? Because you won't be able to create nutritious meals if you don't know how to cook. So, setting yourself up for success by preemptively thinking about what mindset adjustments do I need here? What skills do I need? What tools might I need? And actually acquiring those things is going to give you a benefit. I know that you may want to jump right in to that goal work, but the most important thing is that you're building your confidence and you're setting yourself up for success. So that is something that you can start immediately. Tip number 3 is where I see people get hung up all the time. And this is the one that leads to the most procrastination and the most analysis paralysis, is trying to create a full path from now to the goal accomplishment, trying to visualize the whole thing. Now I know some of y'all don't want to give up the visualization, and I get that. But one of the things we need to understand is that a lot of times when we visualize or when we make a full plan, we neglect or overlook the things that we will be learning and the ways in which we will be growing along the way. The outcomes or the benefits of you working on a goal aren't just the fact that you accomplish that goal. It's also the things that you learn and experience as you're getting there. And if you set your sights on a very rigid picture of what this is going to look like at the end, you may find yourself missing out on a lot of the ripple effect or the additional benefits. I've had so many people that I have worked with and taught in course and in live program that set out to accomplish a goal, say health, for example, related. And along their path, they actually had massive changes in their careers, getting promotions, being able to have the opportunity to build or scale a business, had improvements in their marriage or their other relationships. And if they had made this path, they wouldn't have been able to incorporate these new assets into their plan. They maybe wouldn't have even seen them. They maybe wouldn't have even been able to capitalize on the fact that they were being given this amazing business opportunity because they would be too, blinders on, nose in, focused on the steps of the plan. When you start working towards your goals, you should be seeing growth in all the areas of your life. You should be seeing a ripple effect. That ripple effect is going to change what you're going to do down the road in your goal path. So while we have some milestones, and even those aren't set in stone, right? We don't need to lay out the steps. We don't need many milestones. We don't need to put the process down. We don't need to visualize the whole thing from point A to point B. The reason why is when we do that, we get locked in and we prevent our brain from being creative and coming up with the most optimal path. And we block our residual ripple effect outcomes. And that is something you never, never want to do. I just want to remind everybody here that a lot of times when we're setting out to accomplish our goals and we try to make our goal plan, we get so hung up on figuring out what step 59 is that we can't start on step 1. We're stuck trying to figure out the plan. Please understand that when you get to step 59, you'll have 58 things that came before that will uniquely equip you to know exactly what to do, to feel prepared and confident, to know the next step. The steps that you know now are the ones right in front of you because that's what you're equipped to know right now. That's what your brain can handle right now. Do those. Do those. And as just a little bonus tip, you're not going to do it wrong. You're not going to do it wrong. Just start going. It's okay. Even if the step that you take is not actually the step that is best at this moment, You will have learned that, and that lesson is a win. That lesson is a win. So don't allow the fact that you don't know, or you're not sure, or you're choosing between 3 or 4 different things to stop you from taking action. Pick one, get started, stick with it for a couple weeks, see how it's going, reassess. Don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to grow. Don't be afraid to make adjustments. Don't be afraid to change your goal. And some of y'all will need to. You'll need to change your goal. And that's okay. That's okay. Goals enrich our lives. They make us happier. They make us feel better. Goals allow you to create a sense of purpose and pride in your life. And if you have goals that are making you feel like garbage, those aren't the right goals. I'm just saying, they're not the right goals. Because if you're not feeling good right now stepping into your goals, you need a mindset adjustment, and you need to realize that your goals shouldn't make you feel bad about yourself, ever. If you want more guidance, more support, you want to know exactly how to tackle your goals, how to overcome obstacles, how to create the mindset you need, how to build the skills, how to do all of it from A to Z, and you want a 90% success rate on that, make sure that you check out my Goal Mastery course, which includes a community that I am in all the time, cheering you on, encouraging you, supporting you, and truly dedicated to helping you build the life of your dreams. You are absolutely amazing. You have nothing to prove to anyone in the world, and you deserve that. You deserve to wake up every day feeling purposeful and fall asleep every single night feeling proud. You deserve it. All right, I hope to see you in my Goal Crusher community. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye, everyone.